What is up, everybody? We are getting back to working on this thing. We are gonna degrease our firewall, get it all clean, and then hit the rest of the firewall with a red Scotch Brite and get ready to lay some primer down hopefully this evening. So sit back, enjoy the time lapse. Little update on my motor. I dropped my pistons off this morning. Was told that I should have my motor that should be done this week, so hopefully we'll see that a little bit later in this video. If not, it'll be on the next one for sure. So let's get to scrubbing. So as you can see, we've got our firewall primed up. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to hit it with a sealer, a primer sealer. Kind of seals the primer, I guess. I don't know. It's supposed to help with gloss. Here, we'll just read the damn thing. How about that? Where'd it go? Oh, here. Improves or seals primer surfaces and improves gloss. So that's the next thing we're going to do. Now, I'm sure I'm going to get people in the comments, hey, you know, you painted this all wrong, you did this all wrong, blah, 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 blah. I don't care. I'm doing this on my own time. Obviously, I'm not paying someone to come out here and paint this. It's the firewall. Now, obviously, any other paint work I do take to a shop, I won't do myself. I'm sure I could do it myself or learn how to do it. I mean, I've learned to do everything on both these trucks, so I guess we'll see. Yeah, let this dry a little bit more and hit it with the sealer, and then we'll do the next thing. We'll wait till the sealer's dry, then we'll hit it with our paint matched air cans. So I do got to give a shout out to my local KOI. Dave Shell's the manager. Used to work there. Good guy, great friends with all them guys down there. They it's kind of hard to see, but they can make paint match and airsoft cans. So, and it is paint match to the T. A little bit of paint that was left over from him mixing these two cans, I actually have in a cup, and I'm going to use for some touch-up spots, some touch-up paint. So, like I said, got to give him a big shout out. If you are close to Brookville, Indiana, definitely recommend you to go down there. Perfect example is if you do want to spray paint your door handles and you know what to do and you don't want to pay a shop to do it, pay to have that stuff mixed up from him. Go down there. It's not too bad. I mean, you are buying really good paint, so some people might think it's crazy expensive. I didn't think it was bad at all. Also, another reason I did this, Duplico or whoever does the paint match colors, they don't make a sport red metallic color. So if you don't have a shop, paint it. And if you don't do that, you are kind of SOL. But yeah, next step is sealer, and then we're off to paint. So we're gonna get to it. we're getting ready to lay our first layer down. It's been about an hour. We've got our sealer laid out and it's dry. So yeah, I forgot to tell you on this stuff. It's real nice because on the bottom it's got a tab here. You can see it in there. And you push that in, you shake it up for an additional 2 minutes, and it's actually a hardener in it. So it's legit good stuff. It's not just a spray paint where you shake it up and let it rip. No, it's got a hardener in it, so it's really good paint. So we're gonna press that in, get you guys set up, and start laying some paint. Goal is to lay at least 2 to 3 good coats. So we're hoping that would be the mwah. So we'll see. Well, there you go, folks. As you can see, we have a nice new shiny painted firewall. Honestly, I am really happy how this turned out. I definitely am not a professional painter, and there's some runs in it. There is one line where I had my tape where I couldn't get it blend in, the best. But hey, it's a heck of a lot better than what it was. So I'm excited. Got to give a shout out again to my boy Dave. This stuff is super nice. Like I will show you how spot on this color is. Like the metallic that's in this color is really popping. So the amount of flake that he in it is just right for the rest of the truck. It's super nice. Look how much this color pops when you get a good light on it. As you can see, the flake is definitely there. So it definitely popping like it should, which I am super happy about. It looks like a brand new truck, like it rolled off the factory assembly line. Now there might be a spot here and there where you catch it where it ain't perfect, but as you can see, I did get completely up underneath all the cracks and crevices. So yeah, super happy how it turned out. And for the powder color, as you can see in the dark, pretty spot on. As you can see, there was a little run there, but good thing about this is 80 to 85 to maybe even 90% of what we just painted is completely covered up by a firewall. Like I said, when I started this project, didn't have to do this. I wanted to do this. Since we've got intel that my motor will be done this week and ready to go, we got to get on the ball. So tonight was a gorgeous night. It was definitely a little windy, but thankfully when I went to spray each coat of the primer, the sealer, and the actual color, that the wind died down and wasn't an issue. So shout out to Mother Nature, appreciate that. Yeah, like I said, Dave, huge shout out with this stuff. Really nice. And I believe the next thing that we're going to do this evening is we're going to take the plugs off the Fickum side of things. We're going to repin them for the alternate firing order cam that we have in here now. If you don't know, we did a stage 1 cam. Didn't go super crazy with the cam. Didn't go to a stage 2. Trying to keep that drivability as much as I could. Definitely, everyone's thinking, well, Moonshine, you got a single S480. It's not going to drive that well. And actually, shockingly, the 14 miles that we got the UCC, it did not drive super bad. So, especially if I manually shift it, definitely can get a lot more drivability than that. But those 14 miles definitely got to get a break in, because we've got a brand new transmission built in this thing still. That's only seen maybe 20 miles altogether. So, got a lot to do yet, a lot to break in, but them things just look gorgeous. I am super ready to get the front end and get this thing going and actually go get some content with both little and big cock. We're 2/4 of the way done with the dream setup that I've been wanting. We've got our 1500, our 2500. We're just missing our 3500 dually right now. And another thing with that, if we do a dually, which that is the ultimate goal, I don't think I will buy a straight axle truck. We're going to have a 1500, a 2500, and a 3500. So we're going to have triplets. But also with having triplets, we're going to have all 3 bed configurations that GM made for the GMT 800. We're going to have a 5'8" bed, a 6.5 foot bed, and then an 8 foot bed. So that's definitely really something to brag about. But we're going to get things wrapped up here, kind of clean up a little bit, and get ready to start on the Fickum side of things. I do know the cab of this thing is full of parts that we have took off. So yeah, we definitely got some cleaning out to do, if you can see. The Fickum is in that general area down there, so it's not super bad to get to. We do got to pull them 2 trim pieces, so we'll do that. And yeah, we'll start on that side of things. So we have our lovely Fickum pulled, and we are about to repin this thing for the alternate firing order. So for you Fickum guys, this is how you do it. I don't know exactly what the pins are for the LB7. So for the LB7, I would look them up. Like I said, this is just for the LOY Fickum. On you newer Duramaxes that don't have a Fickum, you guys are lucky, and you have to do this on the ECM side of things. So I think we've got this figured out. Let me find my other phone here, and I can tell you exactly what wires go where. So you are going to move the the original firing order is 1 2 7 8 4 5 6 3. With an alternate firing order cam, you move to a 1 5 6 3 4 2 and a 7 8 hit. So on pin 1, you move pin 59 and 60, and then 61 and 62 on, that's the connector 1 side of things. On connector 2, you move pin 115, 116, 120, and 121. And then if you look up just any, SoCal has this, and so does Wagler as well. I'm using new Wagler ones because those are the ones that popped up first. So, and then they also do have a diagram exactly to show you where goes what. So yeah, we're gonna see if we can get these pins out and get it repinned. So, as you see, we kind of started messing around with the Fickum wiring for the alternate firing order cam. Did not have a pin remover tool, and I wasn't just going to try and jab them out. My luck, I'd break them, and that'd be a whole new shit show. But my buddy Brandon Stock is going to bring me a pin kit tool so I can remove them and swap them this evening. But until he gets here, we are actually going to change out our cab lights. So, on this set, I don't know exactly what happened to them, but they've got like a clear coat on them, and it's peeling real bad. I'll get you a closer look here. Like I said, it's peeling real bad, and they're like that across the board. So, Recon did send they did send me a new set for them. So shout out to them. But I believe the plugs are different from, I guess this is a newer style. And I have the older style, so I might have to get in contact with them and get a new wiring harness for that. But if so, not the end of the world. But yeah. So let's start taking down this headliner and get to him. So as you can see, we did get our headliner down and we've exposed the connection points. Them are going to be fun to do. I forgot I globbed them in silicone. So yeah, also it is a different wiring harness. The ones that they sent me are actual clips, or not clips, but they just straight plugs for a plug-in. Those are like a slide connector. You push them in. They're still a plug, but they're definitely different. So I guess I'm gonna get them guys on the phone real quick and get those the correct wiring harness ordered for these. Yeah. And then who knows, I might go ahead and put them in and just keep the headliner down until I get that wiring harness, and then we'll do that then. But I'm gonna get on the phone with these guys, and then we'll see what we do after that. Alright, so still waiting to hear back from Recon, and figured, hey, we can still knock out some progress. So we are going to be putting the DS18 door speakers in. Duramax originally had Scar 6.5s up front and Scars somethings in the back. Well, now they're all in little cock. So, pretty quick process, honestly. All the door panels are undone, ready to go out from when I pulled these speakers out. So, yeah. Guess enjoy the time lapse of me putting the speakers in. So, we're going to get after it. So, a little bit of a detour before we start putting these speakers in. I had to come get some butt connectors from town. But Brookville Boat and Auto ended up getting my paint match done for the rest of Big Cock and Little Cock. I've got a set of mirrors here for Little Cock, and then the rest is for Big Cock. But they turned out slick. I'm definitely excited to get these guys on. So, on to the next one. Now, as you could probably just saw by that time lapse, took me a minute to figure out how to do this exactly. I had to flip-flop my speakers, and then the back plastic molding that holds the speakers in was a little small, so I had to get it out, trim it, and fit it perfectly. But we got the DS18s in on this side. Now we're going to jump in on the driver's side and do them. So shout out to Mr. Brandon here. What is your guys' shop called?
Eccentric Motorsports.
Like what he said, because I'm gonna butcher that. But brought me some ECM pin removal tools. We're gonna try and do this Fickum swap. Go check out their stuff. They do a lot of shit, a lot of cool shit. They build little SEMA cars.
SEMA! Not that thing. Not that thing.
That's not a SEMA build?
Could be. You never know. SEMA lets some shit slide.
That is true. What's your Instagram for these guys to check out? Because your other Miata is mwah.
Yeah, that one's pretty decent. It's Brandon0239. So.
Check them out. You got that. You got the Mustang Swap 240. Or the 240 Mustang Swap, however, vice versa. Yeah. All right. Well, I guess he's got high hopes. So it's 70-30 that I'm going to get this on the first try. So
70 being positive. 70 being positive.
He's got higher hopes than I do. So let's get to it. So, as you can see, our paint match is done, aka everything just gets painted our favorite color, black. Everything turned out wonderful. So, like I said, big shout out to Brookville, Bo, and Otto. They did a hell of a job, so we'll get everything cleaned up and slapped on Big Cock. So, as you can see, we've got the new paint on the back of Big Cock. Everything, I mean, turned out fucking beautiful. Super excited to have the ass end of this truck look like a truck again. I do have the fender flares done. I had to eraser wheel all the old tape off. Gonna wash the backs and let them dry fully overnight before we put them on, possibly tomorrow. We'll see. Shout out to Brandon for coming out. We were not able to actually get the pins out. We actually ended up breaking the one that we kept trying to work with. So we have a pin electronic expert coming out. That is my buddy Ryan. He's gonna give a crack at it, look at him, see what to go forward with. If he can't get it, don't worry, not to fear. Moonshine's got an extra harness we can take a plug off of, and we can just splice into that one and wire the wires on the outside of the plug to go to the correct places for the alternate firing order cam. But that's worst case scenario. I do have a little bit of time left, so what I'm actually going to do is going to actually rewire the daylight lights, the lights and the headlights For some reason, one of the wires that I used for both sides were real finicky and corroded. So we're going to redo that stuff real quick. And then before we go in, we're going to put our new painted mirrors on. This is really going to set the truck off, I think. Then the only thing that will ever have to be painted eventually will have to be the bed caps. One of these years we'll get to that, but yeah, these new painted mirrors are gonna look way better than the plastic ones. So yeah, if anyone that's ever wanted to see the engine bay of Little Cock, it's nothing fancy yet. I do say yeah, if we ever get our matching dually to the trucks, this will turn into a fun street truck as well. And the dually will be our daily, more than likely. So we'll see though. I have things I want to do this. I do. Probably gonna end up with a turbo eventually, but we'll see. We shall see. Might even lower it a little bit. I don't know yet. Things are still to come. So I'm gonna go ahead and get cracking at this. So enjoy. So we got our wiring fixed up here front, on the front, I guess I should say. And then, man, oh man, did these painted mirrors, they just, whew, I cannot wait to see them in the sunlight. I got the old Milwaukee light here doing its job, but whew, the mirrors are definitely going to set it off. They're, yeah, I'm super, super happy I found these turn signal mirrors and had them painted. So, yeah, the old Boost Auto mirrors need a good cleaning. Tells you just how long this truck truly has been sitting. I mean, the pine needles, yeah, they're coming along nicely. They need a good wipe down yet, but I am so excited. Like I said, we got the back end done for Big Cock. It looks super great. I washed the fender flares, so the eraser wheel shit's gone, and they're drying, and then tomorrow we will put them on, hopefully. We'll see how tomorrow goes. It's supposed to rain all day tomorrow, so maybe not. Maybe we'll do something else. There's really not much to do. Good morning, everybody. What is up? Today is Friday, so as you've seen, we last left off. Couldn't get the thickened plugs or the pins undone So Ryan is actually going to come out this evening and look at them. But what we've got planned for today is Recon got back with me. They are sending me the correct wiring harness for our new cab lights. So we're going to get them swapped out. We also got our new door handles for the Duramax. So we get this guy out. We will be swapping these out. So they're not terrible. These are actually just a little bit better. So like this one right through here, like you can tell when I put it together, it wasn't completely dry. So it's been finger fucked. So it's got a bunch of fingerprints in it and whatnot. Plus those are really nice done, and those have a clear on them as well. So going to get them on, and then probably our rear fender flares as well. So that's the next step. Hopefully the sun will come out. I want to get a little bit of heat in them before I apply this 3M tape. So, and for everyone that's asking, as you can see, it is a rust-free bed. There's nothing wrong with it. It is rust-free. Everyone likes to make the assumption that I put fender flares back on this truck because the bed wasn't rust-free. So just to clarify that, as you can see here, we'll go to the other side just to prove to everyone it is a rust-free truck. No blemishes, nothing bad, as you can see. Yeah, beautiful bed. So if you don't know, the story about this bed is I found it on Marketplace, same color as the truck already, for $1,100. And it had been on there for a couple days. I was sure the dude had sold it. Nope. So I drove all the way to Brooksville, Ohio, and picked it up that night. So, and this is actually the reason why I ended up rebuilding the whole truck. I had a different rust-free bed. I had a pretty bad dent in the back though. I needed to be fixed, and it was going to cost me about $4,000 to do the bed correctly, to have it repainted the color, all the nooks and crannies done right. And I got on there looking for a cab just to see if I could find a cab that was rust free to cab swap it, and found a bed. So bought the bed, and that's what really sold me on rebuilding it. And yeah, here it is now. So that's one of the big reasons why I did rebuild that. So, but our ass end is looking beautiful. My hand is shaking like a sumbitch. But again, shout out to Brookville Boat and Auto for doing all the paint work you see here. Oh, I gotta show you guys the little mirrors on Lilcock here. These turned out mwah. Yeah, so the little mirrors turned out absolutely gorgeous on this rig. I am so happy I did painted little mirrors. The only thing that I would possibly change is where the cap looks like on there. I would possibly paint it red just to match the Boost Auto mirrors on the D-Max. But I don't know. We're gonna rock these for a while. If I ever do decide to pull the caps off and have them painted, we'll do that at a later date. But Little Cock here is I really love this truck. There is some more plans for this truck in the future. One thing I really want to do is I want to swap the interior out of it for a dark charcoal interior. That way it truly matches the Duramax on the inside as well. It does not have a full center console, to be honest with you. I don't think I'm going to put a full center console in this truck. Yeah, I don't have to have it in this truck. I do like it in the Duramax, obviously, but I don't know. The 1500, I'm all right with the bench seat. But yeah, so now we're going to get on the road. I got to go get a thing of silicone to, when I put these new cab lights on, make sure they are leak proof. So I'm excited to do that. And by excited, I mean I'm dreading it, because there's a blob of silicone on the bottom of these where the nut bolts into the bottom. And I'm like, yeah, these things are not going to leak. And they have never leaked. But I didn't expect them to do this weird pill and shit that they're doing. So, yeah, that's what we're doing now. So, we're going to head to town and get that. So, we'll see y'all there. We are back home. We've got our silicone and a few other things that I thought we had to have. So, first thing up, I guess we're gonna get cranking on these door handles. They're the easiest. So, gonna put y'all on a stand and hit it up with the old time lapse. So, as you can see, we got our new door handles on now. These things look a lot better. Thing works good. I'm telling you, for 31 bucks, man, you cannot beat them. Same ones that are on Little Cock. So, super excited to get everything nice, and looking good. Next step is we're gonna prep the beds with. Wipe them down with alcohol, get ready for some 3M tape, and then we'll tape our flares up and get them going. So that's the next part, so here we go. So we got our bed flares on each side. They really starting to look like a truck again. I'm excited. This thing is so close, but yet so far away from being back on the road. Cosmetically, besides a good detail and the rock lights, we're done cosmetically. So the black fender flares, honestly, just the black accents on. There's a fucking ant in my sunglasses. What the hell? But no, the black accents on both trucks just really pop it off. Everyone's like, paint match, paint match. Oh, well, you know what? I'm not. So, yeah. That's why we did black. I will admit, the first time we did this, it was a huge gamble. And at first, I didn't honestly think it was going to pay off. I thought it was going to look stupid. But as I put more and more on, it turned out great. I am so glad I did this. So, next step today is going to be our cab lights. But my cousin Cletus just got here, so we're going to go to lunch. And then after that, we'll be back. So this is, this is what we're working with here. When I told y'all that I put a blob of silicone on top of these, I wasn't lying. So we'll start cleaning her up. So wish us luck and enjoy the show. But super duper happy how this thing's turning back out. Remember, folks, it might not drive, but at least them bitches spin. So as you can see, we got our old cab lights out. These this is an up close look at what they did. I don't know if it's just a cheap UV protection that they used and it just decided to finally flake off, but yeah. This one gave us a good fight. I don't know why that bolt got seized in there, but it did. So we'll get Recon to send us a new bolt and a hold down for that one. And yeah, that'll pretty much do it for these guys for now. I'm going to drop them off at paint, have them wet sand them all, and then paint them to match the rest of the trucks. So, wasn't too terrible job. This one is the only one that, like I said, it fought me. So, we'll, looks like this one leaked just a smidge right there. If I can get it there you go, just a little bit. But the rest of them, they're good. So we're going to get to cleaning up all the old silicone off the top and the bottoms, and get ready to put our new ones on. So here we go. All right, so as you can see, we have our new cab lights installed. That definitely was a job. So the old molds on the old cab lights fit perfectly. These must be a cunt hair bigger. Shout out to my cousin Cletus. You can see him. Cletus. Cletus. Wave to the camera. Shout out to him. He helped me get these things on. So yeah, we've got them all buttoned up. Just waiting on our wiring harness from Recon. I'm sure I'll get that sometime next week. Then we can put our headliner back up. I'll wire them in. So yeah, nothing too crazy left to do on that. The only other project that I have that has to be done now is the thickum wiring. Brandon Stock and Ryan Bardish is on their way now. Brandon was on here a couple days ago. He was in this video earlier. Ryan's gonna come out. He's like the wire pin guy at that shop, so see what he can do. Me and Ryan played baseball together when we were kids, so I've known him for a while. But yeah, these are gonna get loaded up, take them to paint, see if they can't fix whatever the fuck. I think it's just that UV shit, because when it's wet it looks real weird like that. That's it wet. I don't know, but have them painted or wet sanded or see what the fuck they want to do with them, and then we'll end up on Little Cock. So I'm gonna get off here and I'm gonna spend some time with my family until they get out here, and then we'll pick up there. So we're gonna talk about it.
We gotta talk about it.
Ryan, how fast did it take you to get them pins out?
I've been here for 2 minutes.
How long did we pull on them the other night?
Until we broke one. Couple hours.
I'm done. First time on camera?
Yeah, actually.
Is it?
I think so.
With all the cool shit you build?
I don't get interviewed. I'm the work, not the face.
Right.
Well, now you're the interview, not the work. Even though you were the work. So, we've got our Thickum repinned for alternate firing order cam. What took me and Brandon over an hour to break, it took Ryan 20 minutes to do everything correctly. So, shout out to Ryan. So, you guys work together, correct?
Yeah.
So, what was the shop again?
Eccentric Motorsports.
Eccentric Motorsports. Check them out. They build some cool shit.
Little rotary motors. Little Doritos.
Little Doritos.
Yeah.
How long you been there?
6 years now.
Been there about 2. So a little over, but still a blast.
How's your opinion on it?
It's alright.
It's a day job now, isn't it?
It's alright. Yeah.
It's got character.
Perfect example of when your hobby turns into your day job.
That's why he's the
Gets
pro.
tired. It gets tiring.
Yep.
But I get to come out here and fix your shit.
Yeah, get
Super
to
easily.
make me look dumb as hell.
Shit, man.
As the time lapse that is in this video of me for like a 20-minute time lapse, me just
20
trying to
minutes
wiggle
of
this
time
one wire to come out, break it, and then break. But that's gonna do it. So we've got the Thickum back on the firewall in there, ready to button the inside up and get a motor. We actually need our wiring harness for our new cab lights, and then the inside will be done. But until then, this is going to be the end. We'll catch y'all on the next one. Hopefully the next video is us getting our new motor. So until then, y'all stay wild, and we'll see you later.